Welcome back, viewers. You were watching this very interesting program, Rehmat-e-Mehman, on Raham TV. And today, amongst us is a very prominent personality, Dr. R.U. Jafar. And we were just talking about his services in Muslim community in terms of education and politics. And we were just talking about how his approach was in the political mainstream. And his approach was all the way up to the president of the country. So how far can you go? So he has the highest level of education. Looks like he's into attaining the highest level of everything that he does. He does it really good, and he takes it to the highest level that he can achieve. In terms of his education, he said he had attained highest level of education with flying colors and with the highest grades that's possible. And even in his political system, he went and met the highest person of the political system here, who is what could be more than the president of the country. So we want to discuss some of his other services, his other religious services. We know that he had served many different organizations, helped them with big donations, different masajid, when they need help, they come to him. And ICNA is the foremost organization which has been working in the country for a long time. And he has donated land which is 100 acres, and it has a big lake which has 100 acres of land to this organization ICNA for the upbringing of the Muslim community here. So Dr. Sahab, you have this lake in upstate New York, and how big it is? How big is this lake?
The lake is on 17 acres. It is the biggest private lake in this country, and we have about 105 acres of good land around it with fishing, hunting, canoe, boating, helipad. I bought it about 25 years ago. When you go to this country, you can see people lie down naked at the beaches. My children see it on the TV and others. I wanted to save them from this vulgarity, and for their sake and for their pleasure, I decided to buy a lake with 100 acres of land around it. We used to go there every Sunday in the morning, come back in the evening. We used to enjoy, and we enjoyed it for 25 years. Then I thought, I will be selfish if I'm enjoying it for myself and my family and not doing anything for the community. I thought and thought and thought. I said I should convert this into a place where the Muslim kids from 3 states, New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, can come and enjoy there. So I donated this to a big organization, ICNA. In this country, there are different organizations like ISNA, ICNA, Tablighi Jamaat, but ICNA does multifarious activities, and ISNA is mostly politically related, and Tablighi Jamaat does Tabligh. So I thought ICNA is best suited for this purpose, so I donated this land and this lake to ICNA to make a center for the Muslim kids of the tri-state.
That's really impressive. And again, viewers, as you keep hearing this, everything related to Dr. Sahab has to be the greatest and the finest. Again, this is the greatest lake in the country, privately owned lake in the country, and he donated for the entertainment purposes of our community. Today, how many people would think more than just educating the community and providing them with a place of worship? He has a very complete vision. His vision is very wide. He looks at the entertainment, that if our people have to get entertainment, even that areas have to be according to the principles of our religion Islam, and so that our character should be saved from the vulgarity of this country. So this is the picture of his lake that he donated for the children of the nation, Muslim kids. And Dr. Sahab, there's many achievements. I think we would have to do quite a few episodes of this program to go over those. He has now started building masajid under the name of his late mother, Masjid Amirun Nisa. I see this. So Dr. Sahab, how would do you want to talk something about this masjid under your mother's name?
As I said, after coming into this country, I became very comfortable financially and education-wise. Then I started thinking, how did I come to this stage? I kept thinking, and I said, this is all due to the mercy, infinite mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Apostle Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and my mother. My father died when I was in 6th grade, leaving behind 7 children. We were financially okay, but not destitute, but still our mother wanted to push us all the way up. My father used to tell mother, I am leaving 4 jagirs. That means every male child is like a jagir. So my mother used to ask him, where is the jagir? You people behave so badly. Where is the jagir? So she raised us very emotionally and in the right way. After my father's death, she became teacher. Even though she was a little overage for the job, but the government gave her a special concession to become a teacher. She became a teacher, passed 2 important examinations, and raised her from the 6th grade up to the medical school. And I was so thankful to her that without her I would not have been at this stage. I said the only thing I can do after her death was to do something in her name. So I used to do dua every day, every night. I thought it is not enough for her to send her to the highest level in Jannatul Firdaus. I thought I should make massages in her name. I started making massages. My intention is to make 10 massages in her name, and you can see the picture of one masjid which is called Masjid-e-Amirun Nisa, which is in her name. One day I was taking out the clothes from my closet, something fell. When I picked that up, it was the picture of my father in a frame. It was an indirect hint to me, you are doing so much for my wife, what are you doing for me? So I am trying to make masjid for him also. Inshallah, I will do that.
I was just about to ask that you are doing such a favor to your mother, and where's your father? And you answered that you are also going to. MashaAllah, indeed, this is a great services. So your masajid are in India?
Massages are in Bangladesh, India, and other places.
In other places. So after you complete these 10 masajid for your mother's name, you have a plan to start. So everything about Dr. Saab again has to be highest and the finest. So he wants to take his parents to the highest level in the paradise, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept his noble cause and grant his his father and mother at the highest level of paradise that he wants, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep them in his close mercy. Indeed, they have prepared a child which is not only a blessing to himself, but to his family, but also to the whole community. Dr. Saab, how would you want to advise the parents of today here living in this United States? How should they raise their kids so that they have our generation starts improving and getting better and thinking about others?
I tell them to admit their children to a Muslim school, but some of the people who are rich, live in big mansions, they don't listen to me. They send them to public schools, and only the children from the middle class and the poor class, they come to their school. I think they are making a wrong decision by sending them to public schools. Now, one more thing, I keep thinking, how did I become a Muslim? I could have been born a different religion. I kept thinking and thinking. Finally, I went back and back and back, and my thanks go to a person who was a drunkard and the biggest enemy of Prophet Muhammad. One day, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he prayed that out of 2 Umar, one should become a Muslim. So Allah listened to him, and Hazrat Umar Farooq became the Muslim, and he was the biggest conqueror. And I'm glad to tell you that I'm probably the 46 or 47 descendant. My full name, I am an Arab, my full name is Abu Shoaib Rashiduddin Jafar. Our parents used to add those alphabets, and with that we get our date of birth. Then I also kept thinking what I can do for my ancestors after Hazrat Umar. So I started doing Hajj Badal, starting after the first or second descendant of Hazrat Umar. Then one brother of mine, a cousin brother and others, and a newsman by name Mr. Munim, he said, Doc, by doing Hajj Badal and you doing so many Hajj, mashallah, I did about 27 Hajj, 5 of myself, and rest was Hajj Badal. He said, going to Hajj once is enough. Why are you wasting your time? Do something for Muslim Ummah. That told me to do something for the Muslim Ummah, and I started doing work for the Muslim Ummah. Our ancestors start moving slowly. They moved to Iran and then Afghanistan. We have 3 kings. They became kings in Afghanistan, and then they moved towards India, Delhi, and then towards Hyderabad. And I am glad that I am the descendant of those famous Muslims.
MashaAllah. Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. We see those effects of that being in the family of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu, that we see all these great works, not only for yourself but for the community. Like he channelized everything and made everything proper for the Muslims and for the upbringing of the Muslims. We see, alhamdulillah, the same qualities. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you and for all this work and make you the true descendant as you are of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu, and may Allah grant you the opportunity and capability to continue the legacy. So there are some other pictures that you have with Mr. Clinton. We can show you that in a close-up. There is some of the letters that were given to Dr. Jafar Saab, that if from the president, that thanking him that if he were not there, they would not have been the president. And a lot of appreciation letters he has from different presidents of this country. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted him a lot of respect. So this is his appreciation letter from to Dr. Jafar Saab from Bill Clinton. So this is your picture. You look very young here. And who is this person here?
That is Hillary when she was so young, like a college girl.
Oh, that's Hillary. Wow, cannot recognize her. So that's many, many years ago, I'm guessing. And that picture looks like Michelle Obama?
Yes.
So this is the picture from Washington Times, and I see Mr. Clinton here. And who is this person next to him?
Imam Isa. He told me to bring 10 Muslim leaders to White House, so I took 10 of them, some blacks and some from other Muslim organizations. He met them in the Rose Garden, where, as I said, even the bird cannot fly.
Wow. So you did a lot of work in connecting imams and leaders of the community with the president. So this is another thank you letter from Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Wow. A lot of achievements. This is some of your this is your organization for uniting the ummah, only one creator and world without borders. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you reward for all that you are doing and unite this ummah. Besides these services, we want to talk a little bit about your professional services as a cardiologist. Our viewers would want to learn about their health issues. So going forward, as you see, this heart-related diseases are growing in our community, especially in South Asian people. So how do you comment on this? What are the main reasons how even the young people, young men in South Asian communities have heart problems in such an early age?
If you look at USA, it is the richest country in the world, and it is the most poor country, like they have $20 trillion deficit. Still, it is the richest country. They have every type of food available, and mashallah, majority of the people have enough money to buy all those different type of foods, go to different restaurants every day, eat whatever they want, and gained weight like crazy. I still remember when my sister for the first time came here from India, she said, Jafar, I have never seen such big fat people.
Wow.
We have so much food and other things. We don't care about the weight, we don't weigh ourselves, our cholesterol goes up, and that causes hardening of the arteries, and people get heart attacks and die.
So it's getting very common in our South Asian people.
Yes, when people came from other poor countries, they got good job, they have enough money. As I said, they have enough money to buy every type of food, Japanese, Korean, Chinese.
You name
They
it.
eat like crazy, gain weight, and their cholesterol goes up. And Indian female and Indian males, they have a smaller heart and a smaller arteries, which gets closed much easily than other
Okay.
nationalities.
So this is more like the physiology of the heart. We have people in South Asian communities have a smaller heart, so they get clogged up easy.
And they don't do enough exercise. Even to pick up the newspaper, they use the car. Their activities are minimum compared to what they eat, and everything keeps accumulating in the blood and on their body.
So regular exercise and eating less and thinking that their hearts are built differently should help. So Dr. Saab, a lot of young people come and they say that they have been suggested angiography and they get scared of it and they try to skip these appointments. How do you comment on this? They are scared that something is going to be inserted and
I convince all my patients that they don't have to be scared. It is a minor procedure. We go through the groin, through a needle, no cut, no incision. We pass a catheter and inject the dye and take pictures of the heart, which shows the correct location of the blockages and the percentage of the blockages, and that helps us how to treat them. Some of them get stents, others have to go for open heart surgery. So they should not have to be scared. It saves lives. It has saved the lives of millions of people.
so there is nothing scary about angioplasty. But people say that once you have stunts, then your heart is never the same. It gets weaker.
That's a wrong conception. It's like a dying plant without water. Once you put water, the plant blossoms again. Same way, if the heart, if this oxygen and the blood supply to the muscle of the heart is blocked, the heart dies. Especially depending on the artery, whichever artery is blocked, that area of the heart gets damaged. So once you open up the arteries by angioplasty and stent, it's like giving a new life to the plant, and they live for many, many years.
So it is weaker without the stunt. With the stunt, it gets even better.
Yeah, if they don't put a stent in time, they get heart attacks, and that area of the muscle of the heart dies, which can never recover again. And because of that, people get heart failure and other complications like irregular beats, and the heart can stop and they can die.
So, Dr. Saab, what age do you suggest that after that age people should take care of their meals more? They should worry about their exercise more?
If you look at this country, obesity starts in childhood. They blame the mothers because the mothers, they overfeed their children. They become fat, and the disease starts right from infancy and childhood. So mothers and parents should be very careful. Don't overfeed your children. Don't make them fat. Try to prevent heart conditions in them, because young people are getting heart attacks these days.
Okay, so it's not like if you get up to a certain age, you have to worry about what you eat. It has to be from the very beginning.
You're right. We have to worry from infancy.
So, Dr. Saab, what else do you want to suggest people to keep these heart diseases away, and what are some of the symptoms they should watch for, and if they are close to those things, they should see a doctor or not take it so.
The biggest enmity of the heart, as I mentioned, is obesity. Number 2, hypertension. The third biggest, which is like an epidemic in the whole world, is diabetes mellitus and hyperlipidemia or high cholesterol, because of excessive eating and lack of exercises. Those are the biggest enemies of the heart. If you want to prevent heart attacks, you have to take care of all those aspects.
Yes, actually, viewers, it's a very, we are getting a lot of good advices. Some of the people, Dr. Saab, have asked that does brushing of the teeth before going to bed and flossing the teeth, it helps the heart?
There is research going on, different people come with different write-ups and different thoughts, but we have not proved it completely that there is casual relationship between brushing and the heart attacks.
No, but they say that if you brush your teeth in the night before going to bed, your digestion gets better, and eventually everything.
There is no scientific work done on it.
There is no scientific work done, so it's just a myth. People, it's just a something they should watch for, or it's not very important.
It's always good to take care of the teeth. And I said, my one daughter is a dental surgeon. She always tells us to take care of ourselves and our teeth.
Okay, so it would help the teeth, not the heart necessarily. Okay, viewers, it was a very good discussion with Dr. Saab. Dr. Saab, we are very fortunate, and we want to really thank you for your time that you have given. We know that you have a very busy schedule with all that work that you're doing in your profession, with the community, in educating, and in the political streamline of this streamlined political system of this country. And with that, all that busy schedule, you took some time off for our program. We really thank you for that, and viewers would also enjoy a lot of information, and they would at least have a track, and they would have they would have some knowledge where they stand today, and what are the steps they need to take going forward in this country.
And as I mentioned earlier, my greatest effort was to unite Muslims. With that intention, I started Majlis-e-Shura. I brought many massages in Long Island together, and USA. We had about 80 massages together and 13 in Long Island. And they wanted me to be the president. I said, no, I want to be humble servant. And I gave leadership role to the black Muslims in this country, and I just remained a small secretary. And this Majlis-e-Shura worked for many, many years, and you know how Muslims are, they fight for position and chair. After 13 years, they said we should have election. We said, okay, we will have election. Then the black Muslim became leader, president and vice president, and other masajid got different positions. The masajid who didn't get any position, they said we are coming out of this organization. That was the end of that organization, and my efforts went down to zero as far as that area was concerned.
So unity is a big problem.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing that they say Muslims can unite on, and that one thing is that they can never unite.
You are right.
So this is again a dilemma of this nation. Despite being a great nation, we just do not prosper because we lack that unity. This is one lesson that we need to take. With everything else gets improving in our lives, but that unity, that one thing that we lack, keeps us to move forward as a nation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq and keep connected with us, and every week we try to bring different type of guests from different walks of life, and we have a very interesting discussion with them, and a nice interview that gives us something to learn, and different lines to set up for our progress in this country.
And my next project is, if Allah gives me money and the strength, to have a girls' school, only for girls, then a girls' college, medical school and university, inshallah. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He give me money and strength to do these things. Thank you.
Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you successful in all these endeavors that you are doing for the upbringing of this Muslim community in this country. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen.